So Eliud Kipchoge, take heart. It doesn't matter what people say, you still have a good. And I still believe that you know what's best for marathon and our athletes in this country.
I don't know, even if there are 1, 2, 3 bedrooms.
All right.
But you can read, right?
You know, I'm very well schooled. I'm highly well schooled.
Senator, please.
Hello there and welcome to Jadil Kabiro Unfiltered this particular Monday. My name is Jadil Kabiro for a political conversation, hoping to help our leaders in making better policy decisions. Here we talk about governance and leadership stories making our headlines, hoping that our political leaders will be able to make informed decisions for this country. This Monday has started off on a sad note after the tragic loss of world record holder for marathon Kelvin Kiptum, who died yesterday night at around 11 p.m. together with his Rondi's coach. They were heading to Eldoret. The car veered off the road and collided with a tree. It is so sad for the country. Different leaders coming out and giving their condolence messages. Gladys boss Shollei, Deputy Speaker, actually tearing down on TV because of this tragic loss. Watch this.
I was quite shocked when I got the news this morning. It was hard for me to come to this show. I almost didn't come, thanks to my husband who forced me to walk here. Yes, and it's for me, it was just, and somebody sent me the pictures of when he was at my house just recently, when I hosted him after he won the world champions. He was just the future and everything. And on this one, I question God. Forgive me.
Sorry about that.
As we leader Raila Odinga says, devastating news, we mourn the loss of a remarkable individual. Rigathi Gachagua says Kelvin Kiptum, an astounding star, flew the Kenyan flag extremely high. President William Ruto says arguably one of the world's finest sportsmen. That's why you can feel Gladys boss Shollei. She's from the same area. She's from Uasin Gishu, Kelvin Kiptum from the neighboring place. And it's so sad for the country when you look at someone who is so young, at just 24 years, passing on. Future was bright. Eliud Kipchoge coming out and giving his own condolence message. I'm deeply saddened by the tragic passing of marathon world record holder and rising star Kelvin Kiptum, an athlete who had a whole life ahead of him to achieve incredible greatness. I offer my deepest condolence to his family, and may God comfort you during this trying time. Kipchoge receiving a lot of hate because of this condolence message. Kenyans on Twitter bashing him, saying they did not congratulate the young lad when he became the world record holder. Let me just get a few tweets from Kenyans on X. Boss Gabi says Eliud is an hypocrite. Kama Ruto, he never sent congratulatory note to Kiptum, but sai anashatuma condolence note. Umbwa sana. D Junior Genius says Eliud Kipchoge after finishing that one condolence message sentence. This a meme. Jolaka says if Eliud had chosen to be quiet, guys would have said he is guilty. Now that he has talked, they are saying he's pretentious and busy shedding crocodile tears. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. This conversation about Eliud Kipchoge as we are mourning is so sad for this country because, look, you don't know the relationship between Eliud Kipchoge and young Kelvin Kiptum. You don't know. So why go on Twitter and call him names? Umbwa sana, really? Boss Gabi? Come on, man. But I'm drawn to this article from May 2023 when Eliud Kipchoge predicted, our GOAT, that Kipchum would be the man to break the 2-hour barrier when it comes to marathon, actually saying, I always say records are meant to be broken, and I hope Kiptum does that in the near future. Going ahead and says he has a big heart, and that is how Kipchoge knows him. So I say again, you all don't know the relationship between Kipchoge and Eliud Kiptum and Kelvin Kiptum, so leave Kipchoge alone. Actually, it's Pauline Njoroge who said this: let's not create enmity where we have no evidence that it exists. Let's not be careless with people's reputation for likes on social media. But we know X will continue being X. X will continue hating. It's actually the second most depressing platform. When you go to X, it really tears you down. And so Eliud Kipchoge, take heart. It doesn't matter what people say, you still have a good. And I still believe that you know what's best for marathon and our athletes in this country. Wengine wacha wanyamaze. Most of them are getting likes. Wanafinya computer the way Ruto said. Wanafinya computer wanapata $.
Wapia huko kufundishwa na kufinya kompyuta na uweke pesa ya $1 kwa mfuko yako. Wewe utashindwa kufinya kompyuta ndio upate pesa? Na wewe sasa ukishindwa kufinya kompyuta nitakusaidia namna gani? Sijui kama tunaelewana watu wanaitiri.
That's the president talking about people, how they can earn on our social media platforms and through our computers. We want to know how people are earning through kufinya computer. We're talking about Eliud Kipchoge, Kenyans hating so that they can get some monetary value out of it. You know, when you get likes nowadays and comments on X, you get some money paid at the end of the month. That is a new monetization program from X. So we understand when people come out and give different ideas and come up with absurd ideas so that people can comment. But when it comes to us mourning, especially if Eliud Kipchoge knows young Kevin very well, it's about us giving them a little bit of respect and getting to know that this is a person we're talking about and he has a family, especially now that we're in times of mourning. But hey, we know what the president meant. We can get skills and get money from social media, but not through hate and criticism. We saw a video of Gladys Shollei mourning the death of Kelvin Kiptum, but at the same time, in the same show, conversation in the country is about a heated debate with Senator Onyonka on Citizen Television early today about Gladys Shollei calling out Raila Odinga, says that she's glad that now Raila Odinga is embracing affordable housing, says that we all know that he has been an MP for Kibera for more than 20 years. He probably finds nothing with Kenyans living in the slums. Watch this clip, talk about affordable housing for a little bit before we wrap up this particular program.
What you're suggesting is already there.
No, what I'm saying, make it clear. I don't have to come to TV to discuss that.
Okay, so because you know it, why don't you make it clear?
That is not. I am not the one managing the affordable housing. It's your government.
No, but
it is the KK government policy. It is the government which is giving this information. Please tell us
so that we. A leader.
I have, country. For me, what I've told my people is the government has not come out clear and told me what this is about. So I have no comment about it.
So are you saying that even when you know that there is a good plan that can benefit your people, because it is a government project and you're not in government,
no,
you're going to make sure your people remain in.
You are deliberately refusing to. What I am saying, I cannot support a policy that doesn't have clarity. I don't know who owns the land. I don't know who's going to buy the houses. I don't know where the houses are going to be. I don't know even if there are 1, 2, 3 bedrooms.
All right.
But you can read, right?
Speaker.
Are you able to read?
Speaker.
You know,
now you are saying that because you want to hit at me. You know, I'm very well schooled. I'm highly well schooled.
Senator,
and that is why we interrogate. That's why we interrogate these things that the Kega government is doing. We are not disagreeing with the government. We are saying, please make it clear.
Okay, what I'm requesting.
Tell us what you are doing, and we'll support you.
He is a very senior leader who has served for many, many years. Not many people stay in parliament as long as he has. So which means you cannot be lamenting like the ordinary person who has no access to documentation.
Right.
You have access to the documentation. You have access to the internet. You have the ability to walk to the Ministry of Housing and request for the documentation and educate your people.
Well, that is crazy. You see Senator Onyonka there, extremely tired. I'm trying to make Gladys Shollei, the Deputy Speaker, explain what affordable houses really mean, housing really mean to Kenyans. It's crazy. But we all know, we all agree that Kenyans need affordable housing. We cannot continue taking pride in having one of the biggest slums in the world. This cannot continue. But the big question, according to me, and I think for most people, and I'm not talking about Azimio or Kenya Kwanza, I'm saying the big question is, the reprieve. What reprieve do we get as Kenyans if, look, these houses are being built by our government? If the land is free, if we are giving out housing tax, if there are investors, what reprieve? Because you cannot tell me if anything, if Nakuru is anything to go by, that 2-bedroom from the government is 3.5 million and 4.5 million respectively, depending on size. What reprieve? And you look at some private investors who are, or private developers who are developing houses at 2.2 million or less than 2.2 when it comes to 2 bedrooms. What reprieve, Gladys Shollei, are we getting from the government? And why are the prices of the developers who are developing privately lower than those of the government? This is a question that we all need to ask ourselves so that we can all come down and sit. And I think this is what Raila meant. Many people did not get him when he said that we need to have a conversation about this this affordable housing. Many people would say, oh, look, this is just about another NADCO committee, people going and sitting down and having tea. We need affordable housing. That's something that we cannot deny. And we need all stakeholders to sit down and talk about this. But the main question should be, if there are investors, why do you need housing levy? If there is public land, why are the houses extremely overpriced? These are questions that we all need to ask ourselves, and we all need to sit down and talk about. If not, let's put the affordable housing thing on a halt, because even Senator Onyonka, representing his people of Kisii on Citizen Television, said they don't need this affordable housing.
Actually, my people don't want these houses in Kisii. They already have houses.
Senator and Speaker.
My people already have houses. Why are you giving them new houses?
The memorandum.
Oh, then say that.
That's what I'm saying. This issue is so complex. Explain it to us in simple terms.
This is a question I'd like to pose to you. Do you need this affordable housing? If you do, leave a comment down below. If you don't, tell me why you don't need the implementation of affordable housing in the country. This is General Cabrera Unfiltered. Thanks for tuning in. Our condolences again to Kelvin Kiptum, 24 years of age. So sad that you have left us, and we hope that God grants your family peace during these tough times. General Cabrera Unfiltered is now out.